The Arlington Police Department has been rocked by a federal investigation surrounding members of its department, including an officer who took his own life nearly 24 hours ago. At the center of the investigation, a 17-year veteran. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has the government's charges against that officer. First on Fox 4 News.
Clarice, this investigation began with an arrest of a guy selling anabolic steroids, an HGH. He cut a deal with the folks arresting him, saying, I can give you bigger fish, police officers. All of this led to the officer that took his own life yesterday and the one who appeared in federal court today.
Arlington police officer Thomas Cantos leaves the federal courthouse free today, but facing the possibility of losing that freedom. Cantos and two other Arlington officers have been under the microscope of an FBI investigation. A single cross stands between two flowers at the spot where Arlington police officer David Vo took his own life, a half block from his parents' home. We now know Cantos, David Vo, and Craig Hermans, all Arlington police, had been under FBI investigation. It's Officer Thomas Cantos, a 17-year veteran, at the center of the government's investigation. The arrest affidavit says for the last 5 or 6 years that a cooperating witness, who is the drug dealer, has routinely provided anabolic steroids and HGH directly to Thomas Cantos, whom the drug dealer knows to be a City of Arlington police officer, and that the drug dealer delivered approximately 20 HGH kits to Cantos while he was on duty, wearing an Arlington police officer uniform and driving an Arlington Police Department marked patrol car. The complaint charges, on multiple occasions, Cantos solicited anabolic steroids from the drug dealer for himself and other individuals, including friends and colleagues in the Arlington Police Department. But Cantos was in federal court charged with providing sensitive law enforcement information to a drug dealer. The government says at least 4 times between December 29, 2011, and as recently as June 1st, Cantos himself, or using other officers, accessed police databases to identify a vehicle at the drug dealer's request. Cantos left the court today, but had nothing to say to reporters.
Now, Cantos was released on his own promise to appear for all court proceedings. Listen, he must not contact any witnesses, has to remove all firearms from his home, take no controlled substances, and the judge specifically said no performance-enhancing drugs. He has to surrender his passport, and he has to surrender his police credentials to the Arlington Police Department.
Sean, these are breathtaking and explosive allegations. What else do the feds say they have against Cantos?
Well, they say they have text messages from his own cell phone, but they've got more. That drug dealer who is now cooperating with law enforcement, he wore a wire when he met with Cantos on April 24th of this year, secretly recording their meeting. And in that meeting, the government says Cantos told that drug dealer, listen, I've got 5 guys that are expletive deleted jonesing right now, meaning craving the drugs, and he wanted him to provide them for them.
Guys, specifically officers?
Yes.
Okay, Sean, what is the mood inside Arlington PD today?
It is glum, as you might well imagine. First, you have 4 unsolved homicides that the good officers are working to try to solve. You're dealing with the mourning of the loss of David Vo, and now you find out 3 officers, including Vo and the 17-year veteran, at the center of this sweeping investigation. Not only that, but the 17-year veteran compromising law enforcement identity, giving the name of a law enforcement officer who was trailing a drug dealer, giving that drug dealer his name. Wow.
Unbelievable. All right, you're going to stay on top of that.
All
Thank
right.
you, Sean.
Sure.